Good morning to this morning's refreshing thought, a morning jolt from the Word of God. And before we go to a Bible verse, I just had this picture come to me. I heard a long time ago. Imagine a drunken man who is under the light of a lamppost at night, and he is looking for his keys, his house keys, let's say. And he's looking for them, and you ask him, why is this the place where you lost them? And he's like, I don't know, but this is where the light is, so this is where I'm going to look for it. And then he doesn't find his keys there, and then he concludes that his keys don't exist. Now we would laugh at that drunkard, and we would say, no, you need to go where you've been, or you need to go look at some other place. Maybe in a dark place you will find it. But your keys don't just cease existing because they're not under this light. Now that's kind of a funny picture, but actually scientists, when they say, I am not finding God at the light of my science, therefore God doesn't exist, they do the same thing. A philosopher gave this picture, and it kind of stuck with me, and it's such a good point, because that scientist needs to say, maybe because I'm not finding God at the light of my science, it doesn't mean he doesn't exist. It just means that this is not the place where I can find him. That this light, just because there is light here and I like this light, it doesn't mean that this is the place to look for him. Okay, now that's just a simple thought, a simple argument about finding God and what science is good for and what it's not good for. But for us, there is this thought also that in our lives, as believers in our daily lives, we are, let's say, we're going through a rough patch, we're going through a hard time. And that puts the world in a certain light, right? Hard things, they put the world in a certain light for us, and it's not a good picture, it's not a nice color, we don't like it, we struggle with it. And then we have the sense that God is not here, okay? That where is God? We ask that question when a tragedy hits, when something doesn't go our way, or something repeatedly doesn't go our way, or for a whole year I'm having troubles, or 5 years or 10 years. And then those things say, God is not here. And do we then, believers, conclude that God does not exist? And this is so important for us, because humility, that we were talking about, the scientist just a moment ago, or the drunkard, just a moment ago, humility would say, so I need to look elsewhere, because just because I'm not finding my keys, God, here, it doesn't mean he doesn't exist. It just means I have to look elsewhere. And this is so true of us as well. Humility would say in a tough situation, okay, God, I'm not finding you here, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to be in the next year, that you're not going to be in the next situation, that you're not going to be, I'm not finding you in this relationship that I hoped I would find you in. But that doesn't mean I will not find you in the pages of my Bible. I'm not finding you the way I expected in, worship, but that doesn't mean I won't find him in prayer. And humility would say, then let's go to the next one. Let's look in the next one. Let's look somewhere else. And I am going to go on with you. There's this verse I was thinking of in Job 19, verse 25. For I know that my Redeemer lives. And this is the ultimate picture for what I just said. And that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another. Job said, it seems to me that I am dying. It seems I will be destroyed. And when I will die, I have a certainty that I will see God. I will see my Redeemer. With these eyes, I will be resurrected. I have faith that I will see God. Maybe not in this trouble, maybe not in this struggle, maybe not in this loss, maybe not in this year, maybe not in all this bad stuff that's happened to me and to my family. But I trust. Humility says, I trust that I will find God. And just a final verse in Hebrews 10, verse 38, now the just shall live by faith. I just want to encourage you, let's say we're not finding God as we had hoped under a certain light, but that doesn't mean he doesn't exist, obviously. We just need to, in humility, wait and go on and trust and say, God, I'm going on with you regardless, and I know one day I'll find you. God bless your day, and thank you for being here this day, and hope to see you soon.